name is Daniel Ajetianang. I am the head of agronomy for Holland Green Tech, Ghana. So today I'll be taking you through the process of nursing seeds using the seed tray and then the substrates that we have as Holland Green Tech, popularly known as Jiffy. So this training has been designed to make it more practical so that you follow me as I give you the guidelines as to how to go about it. It is our hope that by the end of this training, you would first of all get yourself involved in the practical and improved way of nursing seeds, and then also adopt it in your farming endeavors so that it will help you to produce healthy seedlings. That will also help as a way of mitigating against the pest attack on the field. So usually if you take the seed tray, you see that there is a hole under it. Okay, if you take the seed tray, you find a hole under it. That is to encourage drainage of excess water and to always make sure that the medium that you have in it is always moist but not wet. When you are about to fill this seed tray, it is usually encouraged to spread a plastic material, let's say a rubber bag or a tarpaulin or anything that can help you to be able to collect the excesses. We are going to fill it, but then you have excess of the substrates that will fall to the ground. We don't want it to fall to the ground to get contaminated. So when you spread a plastic material on the floor, it helps you to collect them after you are done filling the seed trays. But for the purposes of our practical session here, we are not using the plastic material. So we'll first start by mixing our substrate here with water. So we'll take our substrate here and then okay, so we want to make the substrate moist. You want to make it moist but not wet. So you pour some amount of water in it and then mix it using your fingers. Whilst stirring it, you have to make sure that there is enough water in it to make it moist. If the water isn't enough, you have to add more to it. We are doing this because if we should pour them directly into the seed tray and then add the water, it is going to cause it to become compact. When it becomes compacted, it will push the substrate level down, and then it will require that you add more to it. Because of hygiene, we wouldn't want you to wet the working area. So it is most suitable to do it this way by adding sufficient water to the substrates to keep it moist. Okay, so I'll be coming around to inspect how you are doing it. Okay, so I'll be coming around. I'm done with mine. I'm coming around to inspect how you are doing the mixing. So I would like you all to look at this here. You can see what I have in my hand here. It's moist but not wet. Okay, so this is how it should be. Okay, so I'm coming around to inspect what you are doing. On the other side, okay, so there's another lesson to be learned here too. We can all look at what's happening here. Just look at the size of the container having the substrate. Okay, you realize that as the substrate in it is too much and we are trying to do the stirring, you see what's happening here. It's pouring to the ground so that it will provide us the room to add more water and then do the stirring. Yes, I understand. That's why we are learning here, because sometimes when some of these things don't happen, it won't provide the room for you to learn. the next thing to do is to fetch some of the substrates and then use it to fill the seed trays like I'm doing here. Okay, so you fetch some of the substrates and then use it to fill the seed tray here. Now, some people would prefer to fill the seed trays directly with the substrates without moistening them. Okay, when you do that, the next step is to add water to it using the watering can. However, you know, these ones here, they are very, very light. So when you pour the water on them, depending on the pressure, it is going to cause the substrate to move out. Okay, so in order to make it easier, when they are moist like this and then you are spreading it, it becomes very, very easy. Okay, that's why we are doing it this way. So let's start the second step. Okay, so I'm done with mine. This is how it looks. So if you aren't done, you can look at me and then compare it with what you are doing. This is how it will look when you are done filling the seed trees. See our strong gentleman here doing a very nice job. Then, Madam, please, what's your name? Hella. Okay. So, is it Mrs. or Miss? Miss. Okay. So Miss Pella is also doing a very wonderful job here. Okay. So let's move to another table. Okay, very good. So keep adding more substrate to it. You see that when it's not, it doesn't have enough water in it, it will require to use more. Okay, so with this here, just add more substrate. That's good. Wow. This table 3. Okay, table 3 has done a very good job here. Alright, table 2 has also done a very good job here. In fact, you are all making me proud this afternoon. I'm making me very proud this afternoon. I really like this. Okay, table 1 has also done a very good job. Okay, so the next thing to do is to make holes. The next thing to do is to make holes in the cells. So with a pen or pencil, make shallow holes in the cells, okay, in the substrates, just like I'm doing here. So I would need one person from each group to come and observe what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm making the holes here. You see that it's not too deep. Yes, at the center. You can, however, the diameter of your finger will be different from another person. If I ask you to use your finger, the hole you might create will be bigger than another person's one. But this one will make it uniform. Yes. Shouldn't be too deep, like yes, something like this. So it shouldn't be too deep because we want the seedling. Okay, that's the seed. When it germinates, we want it to be able to emerge. So sometimes some people will nest the seeds and they will bring a feedback that, oh, we nest the seeds and it didn't germinate. Actually, there's a difference between germination and emergence. Okay, when the seed absorbs moisture and activates the enzymes of respiration to begin to break down the food reserve, okay, then germination has taken place. But for it to appear on the surface, When it appears on the surface, then we say it has what? Emerged. So sometimes germination may occur, but emergence will not occur. So because of that, we wouldn't want the hole that we are creating to be too deep. It should be shallow. Okay, so I think you should go back to your tables. Okay, so someone is asking a very important question here, that why don't we make the holes 2 so that you can have 2 seedlings per cell? However, we don't encourage that because we want each seedling to have a complete root that it will take to the permanent field. We wouldn't want to have 2 because the reason why we are even doing this is, first of all, to make sure that we are having a healthy seedling to transplant. The traditional way of raising seedlings, if you spread them on the bed, that's on the ground, and then you are transplanting them, what happens is that when you take it out of the ground, there is breakages that happens to the roots, and so when it happens that way, the seedlings will have to undergo healing. Okay, it will have to undergo a healing process before it now begins to grow. So we don't want that to happen. That is why we are giving the seedling a complete root, that when it takes to the field, it becomes easy for it to be able to establish and then grow. So we don't encourage doing 2 holes that you have in 1 cell. Okay. So you see, earlier on, someone asked me, why can't they use their finger? And I said, years before, from one person to person. So if I ask you to use your finger, the size of the hole you create will be different from another person. But for the pen, I'm sure it's uniform throughout. Yes. So in order to have uniformity, that's why I didn't ask you to use your finger. So please use the pen top or the bottom of the pen to use the hole. So I'll come back and explain. And Saraba, now when they are done making the holes, we are going to nest the seeds. We are going to put the seeds in the hole. I want to find out, will there be any prize for the first person to finish doing his or hers? Okay, so we have 1 minute more. Okay, so number 2, let me come and inspect. Ah, 2 6 per would have checked before. Yeah, I'm going to check with answer. Wow. All right. So we have in group 4, who is done doing hers very neatly. See, this part, the hole is too deep. The hole is too deep. Yes. Let me see. Alright, so those handling the cabbage seeds, I understand you are having a bit of a challenge because of the sizes of the seeds. Okay, so in less than 30 seconds, I'll come run and check the table that has all the seed trays filled with seeds. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1. Time up, time up, time up, time up.
We are done.
Yes.